Today we're going to talk about goal setting. When we talk in terms of performance management, goal setting is absolutely critical. In this tutorial, we're going to understand what are good goals and how do we use them here at Troyer. I want you to think about this concept of setting good goals, making sure they're aligned, and finally tracking towards success. Let's start with set. I want to set good goals. The process of setting goals has to be collaborative. It has to be between the team member and the manager. And whether you're writing long or short-term goals, it really doesn't matter. You may be saying to yourself, okay, how do I write a good goal? There's a great framework out there, and it's called SMART goals. And you'll hear people in the business world talk about SMART goals. It's an acronym. The S in SMART stands for specific. A good goal is specific. It talks about what's expected, when, and how much. The M in SMART means that it's measurable. A good goal is measurable. It provides milestones to track the progress and motivate towards the achievement. The A in the SMART goal is agreeable. This is sort of back to that collaborative process. It has to be agreed to by both the team member and the manager. It has to be realistic. With strong effort, I can succeed and I can meet this goal. Let's use the example. If you're a runner and you run an 8-minute mile, I think it might be very realistic for you to run a 7:45 mile. Take a little stretch, have to work on it, but I think it can be done. It probably wouldn't be realistic to take someone that runs an 8-minute mile and then say that I want you to be able to run a 4-minute mile. So it has to be based in reality. And lastly, the T. It has to be time-bound. Goals that talk about by the end of the year or ongoing, there's no end date. So how do you know when you've achieved the goal? It has to have enough time to achieve it, but not too much, which could undermine performance. I love this last line. It talks about goals without deadlines tend to be overtaken by the day-to-day. Let's face it, we all have day-to-day duties that we have to perform, whether it's attending meetings, doing housekeeping, checking email, responding to voicemail. Those are all day-to-day things, but those are the day-to-day things that it's so easy at the end of the day to say, wow, I didn't get to my goal because I was too busy doing all my normal things. So in SMART goals, it forces you to actually work on the goal. Let's watch this short video and you'll hear from Joanne and she'll describe this in greater detail.
Hi, this is Joanne from Project SMART with a short video tutorial on how to write a SMART goal. The acronym SMART has become part of the vocabulary of project planning and performance management. It stands for specific, measurable, agreed upon, realistic, time-based. All SMART goals have these 5 attributes. Well-written goals can be easily managed and provide a clear route to success. But how do you write a SMART goal? First, let's look at a poorly written goal. I am going to increase our London shop retail selling space this year. The problem with this goal is it's not specific. It doesn't say how much extra retail selling space I'm going to create or how I'm going to do it. The time by when I'm going to do it is vague and can't be easily measured, so I won't know if and when I've achieved my goal. Now, let's look at a well-written goal. Following planning permission, I'm going to increase our retail selling space by 25%. completing a 6-month project with a company of local builders to produce an extension to our London shop by the end of April. This goal is very specific and says how much extra retail selling space I'm going to create. It's measurable. I either will or won't create an extra 25% retail selling space. The goal is agreed to with the local planning department. It's realistic and time-based, stating how long I have to complete my building project. When writing SMART goals, avoid words and phrases like try, end of the year, shortly, should, could, probably, as soon as possible. Remember, SMART goals say what you are going to do and how you are going to do it. Ask yourself the following questions. Is my goal specific enough? Could a friend or colleague understand it? How can I decide if my goal is achievable and can I measure it? What evidence will I have to say I've achieved my goal? Is it realistic in terms of time, money, and opportunity? Is it agreed to? Have I set a clear and realistic deadline by when I want to achieve my goal? It's worth remembering the words of renowned American philanthropist Elbert Hubbard. Many people fail in life, not for lack of ability or brains or even courage, but simply because they have never organized their energies around a goal. Good luck with your SMART goals.
All right, we've spent a lot of time talking about setting goals. It's critical that those goals are aligned from the top-down strategic goals of the company, from departments down to individual team members, and even, and this is very important, even across departments. Think of it like a boat. If we are all rowing in different directions, where do you think we'll end up? The answer is right where we started. Alignment gets us all rowing in the same direction. And if we row together, we'll be unstoppable. So think in terms of making sure that the goals are aligned. That way we can better focus. So we've set goals, we've made sure they're aligned, and finally, we want to make sure that we're tracking them. If we're not tracking our goals, then we're going to run off the track, so to speak. It's making sure that whether you're in a one-on-one, weekly meeting, bi-weekly meeting, quarterly meeting, whatever it is, when you meet with your manager, you're talking about how are you doing? What progress have you made? How close are you to getting it done? Do you need any help? It's really a great reality check to make sure that we are moving in the right direction. So tracking our goals is absolutely critical. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. We hope that this tutorial has helped you understand how do we create performance goals here at the company. Good luck on your goals.